Hello everybody, welcome to the fourth episode of the Streamchamps series. Today I'm playing James MacNaughtan from Paris. But first I want to go back quickly to my last match against John, because I feel like I'm still owing you a bit of an explanation. Maybe some remember the stupid cube that I gave at 5 away, 2 away. And I mentioned in the last video that that was the wrong position, and if I lose more gammons, so then it becomes more attractive to cube. And I showed you a position, but that's only half the truth. The other half is that this double can be correct, but I simply chose the wrong score. So to show you here at 5 away, 2 away, it's a big blunder, 220, but make it 3 away, 2 away. And you will see, same position, but now it's a correct cube, and it's not a small mistake not to cube here. So what's going on? Well, key is that at this score, my opponent's take point is very high, 26%. So really very high. And at the score where I doubled, my take point is my opponent's take point, that is very low. What does that mean? Why is it such a big difference? I mean, you can see 220 mistake. The thing is that when I lose my market, when I hit, let's say I hit here with an A6 and my opponent enters, let's say with a 2-3, yes, I would have lost my market if I don't cube. But it's not a big market loss, and that is because my opponent's take point is only 17.5%. So it's not a terrible scenario to lose my market here, because it's only a small market loss. And since I don't have that many really huge market losers, it is such a big mistake to double at that score. Look at the same sequence now at 3 away, 2 away, and you can see this is a huge market loss, because now my opponent's take point is very high. So getting him down to 16.5% is an enormous market loss. So that means the bigger your market losers, the more incentive you have to cube. So this is why this position, the original position, I mean, let me bring it back, is a big no double at 5 away, 2 away, but a clear double at 3 away, 2 away. Okay, so that was just from last match, and now let's start a new one and see what comes up. Okay, I'm now in the Streamchamps room, and I will invite James. Okay, this is an unrated match. Well, I don't care that much. I didn't know that they were unrated, but whatever. Okay, so just wishing him good match, and then we can start. So I've got 14 minutes for a 7-point match, so that's more than in my Galaxy practice series. Still, I will try not to play too slow, but certainly I've got a little bit more time to look at my opponent's plays as well. So certainly we'll make the bar. I have a big racing lead, so why not race? Or not a big racing lead, but I should just try to exploit my racing lead and go for the race. He will make his 4 point, I suppose. No, he runs. I think he should make his 4 point, yeah, good play. If he does it, that is. 5-2. Okay, that's not great. I think I have to step up, get closer to home. So now he's got the choice between hitting me or escaping. I think he correctly chooses to hit. He's still down in the race. Yeah, that's also possible. I think I would feel better if he doesn't hit me. So that's, since now I'm not feeling that good, that's probably the best play. So for me, it's all about racing. Still hope that he misses, which he does. So now I'm actually in good shape. Yeah, he's thinking about going for the race. I mean, he can keep contact. I mean, that's difficult to say, but certainly I'll have some bad numbers. So if he stays back, for example, and I roll a 4-1, he'll get a direct shot. So I think he probably can afford to stay. But on the other hand, I also have some really good numbers when he stays, like I mean, double threes is good anyway, but double aces, yeah, 2-1 is a big swing, I would say. Yeah, difficult choice for him. Okay, he decides to run. Yeah, 4-1, of course, had to happen since I announced it. Yeah, I have to play safe, of course, and now it's a race where I have a slight advantage. Something like 60-40 it was, but now it's a lot more, and it's pretty likely that I will be able to cube on the next turn. So that's 15 pips, so I think this is a standard double pass. I mean, my distribution is a bit awkward, but I think my racing lead is just too big for him to take this. Yes, good drop. Another double 5, so let's see, so no dance, because otherwise it would have been another quick game. 6-2, okay, so now how am I gonna play this? I mean, I'm ahead in the race, so this looks kind of attractive. Putting a little bit of pressure on his blot on the 10 point, on his 10 point, duplicating aces. Yeah, that actually feels quite good. Yeah, what else is there? I mean, I don't want to play to the deuce. I also don't want to play to the 6 point. So the other option would be to slot the 5 and build the board. But I really feel I have to do something with my back checkers here. So also I have the tactical advantage of a stronger board. And at least if he hits me, he cannot build his board, so not many good sixes. I feel I have to come out. 8 to 2 is too weak in my opinion. So the good news is that he misses. Bad news that he is now ahead in the race. Yeah, how would I play this? Interesting. Not so easy. I think I would keep my bar point, put the pressure on. Can even make his ace point and play 13-8. This looks a bit weak to me. I can hit with deuces and regain the racing lead. With fives, I can make my bar point. So of course now he's a small favorite. Let me check if I can afford to hang back with that checker. But I think the race is too close to do anything else but just making the bar point. Had the race been his racing lead a bit bigger, probably I should have looked for a contact play. So now the question is, do I really want to keep my bar point or advance a bit, because the race got really close now. And the problem is, since I have these what I call frozen pips on my bar point, so checkers that I cannot move, that even if he's ahead in the race, despite being ahead in the race, it's probably going to be me who will get timing problems. So yeah, I'm not so sure how much sense does it make to keep my bar point. On the other hand, this looks fine too. That's really on the cusp. If I had been 2 pips better in the race, if my race had been 2 pips better, certainly would have gone to the 15. But now, down 1 pip, he's on roll. Yeah. I'm not sure. Okay, I will reduce contact. Just I don't think I can keep my bar point for too long. And I don't want to waste more pips deep in my home board. But I'm not sure. Could have been a mistake. Yeah, of course, he's got the advantage now. What can you do? Of course, nowhere near double. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, is this a cube already? I don't think so, but he's getting closer. I mean, 2-1 is not helping him, of course. Now, why should I stay there, back there? Doesn't help me much. So far, not too many exciting games. Maybe we will get to some interesting cube action. Who knows? This is still not good enough. I mean, I have some wastage on my ace point, so in that sense. That gives him an additional advantage. So I feel with all the crossovers and my extra checker on the ace point, that racing lead is definitely enough to cube. But yeah, can I take this even now that I'm looking at it? Yeah, his distribution is much better than mine. Although how bad can it be to take this? I mean, I'm just not too happy dropping with being only 5 pips down. So I will take this, but it could easily be a pass. Should have done the formula stuff. I think the formulas may say it's a pass, but how well are these formulas, and do these formulas in this kind of non-symmetric position? I don't know. Well, what I know is that it didn't turn out too well. Yeah. Okay, so that's Jin for him. Down to 1. Have to cube slightly more aggressively, and I also can take a bit more than at 0-0, let's say, just to keep that in mind. Probably you have heard me already saying that I think you should always look at the score before the game starts and already have a plan on how to deviate at that certain score. Yeah, I would enter on the ace certainly, because I'm not having a primey position but more like a blitzy position. And now the standard play certainly is to make the 8 point. Here it's a little bit less attractive because I also have made my deuce point, and these 2 points don't work together well in the sense that they cannot be part of the same 6 prime. But I mean, I just also don't want to get too fancy. I mean, leaving a blot on my 8 is also not too nice. So now I think I probably should move my back checkers. Feel my checker on the 10 is better placed than on the 9, so I will try the big split to the 20. Most of the time it's better to split to the 21, but I don't know, I somehow feel better with the checker on the 10 somehow. So I will play like this. Yeah, he probably should just make his deuce point, not giving me any targets. I don't like this. Well, I like to play against this, but from his perspective, I don't like the move very much. Good play again. So now, many options. I can anchor, but then I don't have a good 6. I can prove my home board, going for contact. That looks nice. Or I can simply run and make my 10 point. Well, 10 pips ahead in the race. Yeah, good structure, so I tend to do this. This would be my second choice. or is at the moment. Maybe it becomes my first, but then what's gonna happen? I think I'll just run here. So 5-2, nothing much to do, cannot move my back checker. Okay, now it's time to run or make a good point at least. (3-1), so he'll play 39. I don't see anything else. Again, that's not a good shot, but at least I'm ahead in the race, and he's also behind prime, so he certainly shouldn't cube. I think it's too early. He doesn't win many gammons, so yeah, good decision. You should let my position deteriorate a little bit more before cubing. I mean, I'm way ahead in the race. Good structure, some small numbers. Make a good point. So he's going for maximum contact at the, but he's giving me 2 extra numbers, 6-5, or doubles and doubles 3 numbers basically. So I don't know. Okay. Looks fine, and he is rewarded. Nevertheless, no other choice for me but running out, I guess, and hope for the best. 21 hitters, so he hits me, which is bad. So I better come in because I think it's a pass if I dance. Actually quite a big pass, I would say. So that means he, well, okay. I just wanted to say that means since he probably has a strong double, no matter what, when I dance, maybe he shouldn't have taken the risk and expose himself to lose it. Now, again, it's anybody's game. Yeah, I have to hit, of course. Nothing much here. And he dances. Big swing here. So 4s, 5s cover. Aces hit another checker. 6s run out. So I think definitely have enough market losers, gammon threats. So clear double for me. And he has got a difficult decision. I think it's better, especially at the score. He probably should drop this. But I'm glad that I'm not in his shoes here. Yeah, now that I see the sequence, maybe he just should have played the 6 inside the board, cube me when I dance, and be protected in case I come in, like it happened here. I'm curious to see the XG analysis on this one. 4-1. So now we are in a 5-point match. Okay, certainly come in on the 5, and I don't see a reason not to slot. Yeah, down in the race. Yeah, that's the solid play. Would probably be my choice. Yes. Now what do I want to do? I mean, this looks a bit weak, to be honest. This looks kind of good. I get plenty of return shots. And I really like to have my 5-point here. and I will have a good chance to get my good anchor anyway. So this is another option, but I think I'm better off playing this deuce. So this is going to be my deuce. And yeah, I mean, if I make the 20, I'll probably end up in a holding game. So how bad is it if he hits me here? I mean, if he rolls like something like 6-1, it's pretty bad. Yeah, putting myself a bit under pressure. So now I'm wondering. I mean, this keeps a lot of contact. He doesn't need to hit. He doesn't have to hit. And yeah, this is certainly so difficult here for me to decide. But yeah, I think with so many checkers back, I mean, if he hits me, I just have a holding game guaranteed with decent equity, I would say. Not great equity, but decent. So do I want to enter on the 21 and slot my 5 point now? I don't think so. I will enter here. Make my ace point for now. Try to build my board the natural way. So this is plenty of contact. Try to build my board as quickly as possible. Okay, he could play 13-8 since I have so many blots, but this also is completely safe and clears a point as well, so probably good choice by him. Yeah, that's an option. I mean, 10-6, 7-6 just looks too awkward. I mean, yeah. 6-2, that's an interesting one. Super interesting, actually. So I can hit here. But what could happen? I have so many blots. If he hits back and I don't anchor, I'm really in trouble. And playing like this should give me lots of shot equity later. And now I pressed the confirm button, but I wanted to go back and look at it, so that was a misclick. That doesn't mean that that was a bad play. But yeah, the standard is to hit here, but yeah, he's got a 5 prime. If I leave the anchor, I'm really vulnerable. At least I took out the volatility, meaning that he certainly doesn't have a cube here. That's a great shot for him. Not too many pointing numbers that don't leave a blot, so nothing much to do but continuing to build my board. So yeah, easy take. So I would say plenty of contact. Yeah, maybe not so easy, but I don't feel like I'm losing too many gammons. Yeah, so what can happen here? I mean, he has awkward numbers. He has to build 2 more inner board points. I feel this is a take, so I will take it. Another 4-3, so I think he probably is better off making his 4-point and volunteering something, not sure. But that was a very good opportunity to volunteer a shot with my weak board, because the 4-point is really important for him. I think I will just keep my anchor for one more roll. Feels okay, great shot by him. Again, I think he should make the deuce point. Okay, so does it make any sense to stay back? No, not at all. Still quite a bit of shot equity. I mean, this is only 4-3. So he should play the 6, which is forced, and then I don't see anything else, I think. Yeah. 6-2 is not it. But you can see the problem, which is why I suggested that he should have made his 4-point. Without the 4 and the 5-point, he is in some trouble. So now he has to volunteer when my board is a lot more threatening, so that basically any hit loses him the game. So curious actually whether my assessment was correct before. Killed my 5s just in case I roll. Well, this is of course total disaster. Not getting any better. So now he's got some gammon chances, but they are still quite low actually. Still not afraid of losing a gammon. So this is gin. Now I'm starting to get a little bit afraid, to be honest. Okay. Still should make it. Yeah, 3 checkers off doesn't hurt me. Okay, so I'm almost there. I think that was it actually. Okay. So I lost a single game. Interesting, that one. 6-4. I think it's correct to run here. So far I have lost my first 3 matches in this Streamchamps series. Ah no, don't make the anchor, make 2 strong points. Yeah, very good. Yeah, this 6-4, unfortunately, I cannot play the same way as I played the first one. I can make the deuce point, but that looks wrong. I mean, I can at least duplicate 4s. Really don't see much else. I mean, this is more shots for sure. So I can also play like this, but this leads me nowhere, I feel, so I will just play like this. So now, of course, he should make the ace and the deuce and probably play on for the gammon if I dance. I think he should play more aggressively here, to be honest. Yeah, why not? Winning a gammon would be really valuable for him, since that would get him to Crawford. Quite happy that he's not hitting me here. If he does. So, but I think he will find the hit, yeah. Good play. At least I came in. Still not a great spot for me. I cannot leave any more shots here. So 8 to 6 is the only reasonable play here. So I know that this is the double is very good, by the way, this double. I know that this is a big pass for money, or yeah, I mean, should be a big pass for money. Lose too many gammons. Here, the score should induce me to take it. I'm still not, I mean, I'm not on the bar. If he hits me, I can hit back, or if he hits the checker on the 9, I can anchor. Of course, I lose tons of gammons, but he's also got some bad numbers, like a 6-1, for example. I don't know how much you have to deviate at this score, but, well, I know that you have to deviate quite a bit, so that's the right way to say it. I'm just not sure. I mean, I'm down only 12 pips, so I'd say he hits me, I hit him back, or anchor. A decent game, so he has still work to do before he closes me out. Really not sure, but I feel I can take this at this score. I mean, there are bad numbers like 5-1, 6-1 as well. Yeah. And I can get to some good recubes, of course. Yeah. Okay, I will take it. Maybe this is a big mistake, but I have to do something at this score. So I feel like if I now, yeah, he has to hit me. If I hit back, I'm in good shape. If I dance, probably could easily be match over. So maybe. Okay, first step. And of course I also have to keep in mind that I can be very aggressive with my recubes, so that was part of the reason why I took. I think he should play 13-10, try to go for the closeout. Yeah, 13-10 I think would have been better. So yeah, he should hit, yes, good play. Okay, I hit back. So he hits me with 4, so that means I have to duplicate 4s all over the place. So it's only 4s that hit me back. Yeah, so that's the killer. Probably he should just switch 6-4. Yes, good play. I mean, he can pick up the other blood later. His top priority should be to keep me from making the anchor, so it's clearly correct to switch. Yes, good play. A 3, so some fighting chance. So I better roll the 3 again. So this is not it. So get another chance. And this is probably the match. So my 4th straight loss is approaching in this series. Not too lucky. Or maybe he can just pick and pass. Okay, I will go on auto roll, lean back. Okay, a friend request. So I can anchor now. Not that that would help me much, but it would be a step, a tiny step. No. Yeah, I'm really curious about the take in this position. So because I know it's a pass for money and a sizable pass, at least I'm pretty confident. So, and I know you have to make a big adjustment at the score, so then it gets really difficult. So this is it. Play some more moves. Two crossovers never can be a big mistake, not that it matters. So yeah, I'm not feeling too confident about this match, but I have said that before. And the match was okay, so let's see how this will go. I think he played very well, maybe better than me. Okay, that was it, so we'll see a verdict pretty soon, and then I will come back with the XG analysis. So we played about similar, not too bad for me, not too bad for him, not great either. Yeah, really curious about this one. So here we have the XG++ analysis. As you can see, got a little bit better. And so let's look at the mistakes. I think first game there was nothing really interesting. The cube also was a clear pass because of the racing lead. So here it gets interesting. Second game, 6 away, 7 away, and the correct play would have been to split and to play 8 to 6. Reason being is to keep the back checkers connected. So that means I can make an anchor on the bar point if he chooses not to hit, and if he chooses to hit, I got more return shots. 8 to 6 just felt wrong to me, but yeah, I can understand this, and certainly I will try to memorize this. Always these early game decisions are important to me, because early game mistakes, because these situations come up all the time, so it's really helpful to know how to play them. Then his double fives, yeah, I think I mentioned it during the match. He broke his bar point, which I wouldn't have done. I mean, let's look at this play, the best play, but there are other good choices. So this makes the 3, leaves a blot on the deuce, and my favorite I think was this here. Let's plus it, like making the ace being more flexible. Oh, it turns out that it's just as good as the other play, so here you can see. But he should have kept the bar point. Yeah, I had a strong feeling about that. Then anything else? Some small mistakes. Here he missed the cube already. No, it was just borderline approaching a cube. I think my double threes was interesting before. Yeah, now I remember. Yeah, when do you reduce contact? So you can see it's a sizable mistake, I would call it, to reduce contact by stepping up to the 15. So had I been like 2 pips better in the race, for sure, my play would have been correct. But here, just the race wasn't good enough to reduce contact, and I should have just stayed back and waited. Okay, when the cube came, despite all the crossovers, I mean, I'm curious what the formulas are saying, but I feel, I mean, with that, with only 5 pips racing deficit, I can look at the race formulas. Yeah, and they say all redouble take or even no double, but that means the formula just doesn't take into account that I have an extra checker on the ace, 2 checkers on the ace with which is bad, and 3 more checkers outside my home board. So double take was correct. So that was that game. And here, this game. Okay. Okay, that's cool. I didn't even think about it. He just should have slotted the bar point. Rational. When I don't hit, so 70% of the time, then he wins just by cubing me out. And when I roll a 6, it's good for me anyway. So if he plays like this, I still have 6-5 and 6-6 basically as winners. And the other 6s are also good for me. So this was a great play by XG, which is difficult to find for humans, but now that I see it, I see all the merits. So even though this happened to my opponent, I think it will make it to my database, because I find this very interesting, and it's also huge, the difference. So very interesting situation here. And then we come to my, so now it's 5 away, 5 away. He wins the game with the cube. And no, I win the game with the cube, sorry. I came in and hit him loose, and then maybe we should have just have a quick look at the cube action. Huge double, huge pass for money. It would have been the same, so this is not score dependent or not deviating from money. It's just a clear decision. Clear double, clear pass. So very far away from a play on, very far away from a take. And very volatile. And whenever it's super volatile, like this position is, then the mistake not to double in such a volatile position is huge, as you can see, but fortunately I cubed. And yeah, here the misclick. But to be honest, to be fair, I wouldn't have known what to do. I mean, this looks very risky, because like if he hits 2 checkers or something, then it's over. But certainly it's also the most straightforward path to winning the game, just hitting. And what I did was by accident, but probably I would have done it anyway. Make the prime and wait for something better. And so let's look at the cube action that followed. And that's another thing. If things go well for him, he often will get to very efficient cubes. Like that's a perfectly efficient cube, relatively close to my take pass borderline. But as I mentioned, I don't lose too many gammons here, so I don't need to win too many games either. So with 28% wins, perfectly fine here. And then the 4-3, so he doubled, I took, and he rolled a 4-3, which I criticized, I think. So he cleared the 10 point, and as I mentioned, since it's so difficult to get this home without the 5 and the 4 point, he should just have taken the risk now. I mean, I've got 2 blots, and so even if I hit, the game is far from being won, so very far from being won. So he should have used this opportunity to make the 4 point. What else? The rest in this game was fine. I remember crunching and just losing a single game. And yeah, now the dumbest play of the match. So this is one of these typical blackouts that I have sometimes, because I know this. But I was somehow like in this, you have to run after 4-3, and yeah, 4-3, but it's 5-4. I don't know. I really don't know what happens in my head when I do these things against better knowledge. So I leave it up to you to come up with something. I just don't know what to say about something like this. Only that's a bit embarrassing, but as I said before, in the end, if I make these stupid things and play a 2.4, then I also must have gotten something right. And first, before we get to that, we get to another situation where I got something wrong. So correct play here is to play 9-7. I dismissed the play like leaving a double shot, and yeah, wanted to duplicate 4s, but what I should have thought rather, I mean, the 4s are not really duplicated by my play because anchoring doesn't make any sense. So 4 is just another good number. That he can also make an anchor with the 4 is irrelevant because it's so clear that he should hit. So now I'm giving him, pardon me, 4s, deuces, 8s and 9s. So certainly, or probably more numbers than here, or at least not fewer numbers, because here the deuces are duplicated for hitting on the 4 and on the 7, and this is just much better structure. So if I survive, like he rolls a 5-3 or something, it's a lot easier for me to consolidate my position. Now, one of the most interesting decisions, I think. So I was torn between taking or passing. So I thought that this is a big pass for money, and now the question was for me, how much can I deviate at this score? And in the end, I thought the score is different enough from money for me to be able to take it. But as you can see, it's a super easy take and would have been a big blunder to have dropped it simply because it's not a big pass for money either. So if my evaluation of the position was slightly off, I thought it to be a big pass, but now when I look at the numbers, I really think, let me calculate it with my formula. So that's a gammon deficit of 30. So that's from the theory of backgammon. So I can just apply my formula. My formula says I need a little bit over 33% to take for money, that is, in unlimited. So that means with 32 I should be close to a take. So I would predict this is a close pass for money, but then that makes it a very easy take at the score, of course. But I thought it's a big pass for money, so I was torn. In the end, I made the right choice. And then here, 5, 3. What happened here? Yeah, I mentioned this one. Yeah, he should have brought the builder down here and just maximize his chances for a closeout. So what he did was just lifting the checker, getting it to the midpoint. However, this gives him better chances to attack my checker on the 4 point in case I dance, or in general, just better attacking chances. This top priority is to keep me from anchoring, so 13-10 is much better here. And then nothing special anymore. Yeah, here a technical mistake. He is assured to win a gammon in case he doesn't get hit. So he should minimize my chances of hitting him, meaning for that I need to enter as quickly as possible. After I've entered with all my checkers, he just wins a gammon. So that is why he should have opened his 6 point. So it looks like this. So I can already start entering with 6s. Gives me fewer opportunities of getting a shot, and so this is why this is better. So you do these plays either when there's basically no chance that you can win a gammon, or when you have the gammon assured. So not in the cases where the gammon is a close call, then you take checkers off, of course, but here it is not. So yeah, mistake by him. And just to close this with a funny note, but I have to find it first. Okay, where is it when I enter with my last checkers? Okay, this. So first I ran the plus analysis, the plus analysis, and I mean, you can see I lost the game. Basically, was it this? Yeah, I think it was here, or was it here at some point? Now I'm talking nonsense. I have to find this because it was really weird. It was one cube action for me, where plus said it's a cube for me. Maybe it was here or here. So let's look at the cube actions on plus. So this is not a redouble, surprise, surprise. And the next one, was it this one? Also not a redouble. I mean, I don't want to bore you with all this, but there was one spot where actually plus told me I should have redoubled. It was before this, but now I cannot find it anymore. Maybe it's this. Or it was like on a lower level, something. But okay, so I wanted to end this with a funny note, but I didn't manage to, because plus at some point said that I had a redouble, but it disappeared. Let me do something, try something else. So here it is. That happened when I made the first run with XG, and I received a mistake for not recubing here. I remember it was a bit bigger even, but still super weird, especially since it didn't appear when I tried to show it to you the first time, but and then in other, when I open XG again, then it's not a redouble, so I just I'm really curious about the bug here, that I'm getting a 16 mistake because I wasn't able to see this very juicy recube, but whatever. So I guess this is it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and of course, if you liked it, please press the button as always, and I would be happy also if you subscribe to my channel. Okay, until next time, probably with another Galaxy practice match. Take care, bye bye.